Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria at UFC 308 takes place this weekend. Today, we are going to be doing a breakdown and prediction for this fight, so stick around to hear my thoughts on the UFC 308 main event for the UFC Featherweight title, Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria. I'm Wyatt, and this is Fight Society. All right, guys, so UFC 308 is this weekend, one of the most anticipated main events of 2024. Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway goes down at UFC 308. Huge stakes, crazy fight, rivalry, lore going into it. There's all types of things. Let's talk about it. First off, we'll start with Ilia Topuria. He is the UFC Featherweight Champion coming off of his title win over Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 298 back in February. Before that, he beat the absolute piss out of Josh Emmett. Before that, he beat the absolute piss out of Bryce Mitchell, Ryan Hall. The list goes on and on. He got dropped by Jai Herbert. He made it through some adversity and got a sick KO, and that was at 155. Ilia Topuria is him. He's one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? He could become a huge star. He has knockout power, grappling, speed, technique. He's got some flair. He's from a country that has a unexploited or a yet-to-be exploited market by the UFC. I think Max Holloway is the character foil that could make Ilia Topuria a massive superstar. I think that Ilia Topuria plays the heel role very well. The way he talks shit is funny. It's a little bit McGregor-esque. I know he's trying to be like McGregor. It's a little bit McGregor-esque, but a little more serious. And then Max Holloway is the two-time former champion, probably the best featherweight champion of all time, probably second behind Volk, future Hall of Famer, almost became a double champ in his fight against Dustin Poirier at 155. He's the BMF champion, one of the biggest stars in the sport right now, one of the hottest names in the sport right now, given his knockout over Justin Gaethje on the biggest card in UFC history, UFC 300. And this is his moment to become the best featherweight of all time. If he wins, he's the best featherweight of all time, despite the 3 Volk losses, in my opinion. This is going to be a tough fight for him. He's fought all the best, and Topuria is a new name, a newer name. He's not an established guy. Even though he's champ, he's not somebody that's been around for years. He's not a guy that, oh, yeah, Jose Aldo, oh, Volkanovski, oh, Max Holloway, all that. No. This is a new guy that's been on a rocket ship. And I think that if he wins this fight, that rocket ship's going to take him worldwide, honestly. I think that Ilia Topuria is on. I think with him being from Europe, with the Spanish backing, the Georgian backing, multiple languages, he's starting to get better at English. He can actually trash talk in English now. He's about to be huge. Honestly, he's got his appeal to the soccer fans because he's from Spain. They brought him out on the field, all that stuff. Ilia Topuria is about to be a huge star. Now, in terms of this fight, Ilia Topuria is way more well-rounded than Max Holloway, 100%. He's got better punching power. He's got better actual boxing. I know people applaud Max's boxing. It is a little sloppy at times, and it's not hard boxing. Ilia Topuria has got some of the cleanest boxing I've seen, and he punches with power, and he has head movement. His striking can be one-dimensional because he throws low kicks at times, but then mostly just boxes, which, although that is Max's realm, I still think Ilia Topuria has the one-up on Max in that regard. Now, if this becomes a grappling fight, Topuria is going to smoke him. People forget because he has so many knockouts, but Topuria actually started training in martial arts, and I think it was judo and jiu-jitsu. So he's very well-rounded in that regard. Elite grappler, elite striker, an elite knockout power, the game planning, everything. I'm not trying to glaze Topuria too much because I'm a huge Max fan, and I'll be very happy if Max wins as well. Max struggles with short opponents. He struggled against Jose Aldo. He lost to Volk 3 times. He's just had a very hard fight. I know it was about 6 months ago, but Ilia's had more time off. Ilia's taken next to no damage in his career for the most part. I know that he got dropped by Jai Herbert, but for the most part, he's taken next to no damage. Max has taken a ton of damage, and I think that potentially this could be the fight where his chin gets cracked because Gaethje did drop him. I know some people said it was a slip, but Gaethje did drop Max Holloway at UFC 300. The next step after that is that the chin gets cracked, and I think Ilia Topuria could be the guy to do it. So what I think is going to happen, they're going to start the fight. There's going to be no reference to this first 10 seconds point at the center of the cage. I think neither of them do it. In my opinion, I think neither of them do it. It'd be sick if Ilia does it. I think Ilia might do it and Max won't participate. But there's a world title fight against a dangerous guy. I don't think they're actually going to do that. I don't think they're actually going to do something dumb like that. Now, what I think is going to happen, the fight's going to start. Neither of them are going to press forward to the center of the octagon. There's going to be a lot of feinting for about a minute or two. Max will get a couple of combos off that maybe wake Ilia up a little bit, but the whole time Ilia's going to be moving like a shark. He might even let the first round get away like he did with Volk, because Ilia likes to, kind of like Peter Yan, he likes to download information in that first round. He likes to take his time, and he likes to see what happens. He likes to see how they react to this feint, how they react to this movement, like he did to Volk. And that whole time he's downloading information and closing the distance. In the second round against Volk, he was able to close the distance, pin Volk up against the fence the same way he did Jai Herbert and Damon Jackson, and get off a vicious combo. That's what Ilia likes to do. And that's where you see a lot of knockouts happen in MMA, especially the UFC, is you have a guy that gets backed up against the fence where he has nowhere to go, where he would in like a sparring situation where it's just open mat, he would just keep backing up. But in this case, there's nowhere else to go. And you see Ilia does this. This is Ilia's game plan. He sits there, he bobs and weaves, he closes the distance slightly, gets closer to the fence, and then he lets off a vicious combo that ends the fight. He did it to Damon Jackson. He did it to Volk. He did it to Josh Emmett, but couldn't finish Josh Emmett. And he also did it to Jai Herbert as well. And that was at 155. So the power carries in between weight classes. So that shows you that he's got the knockout power to put Max away. And if he doesn't, if Max eats a big shot from Ilia Topuria and doesn't get put away, then Max just has an uncrackable chin. I think that's what's going to happen. I think round one goes to Max Holloway. I think he's going to be more active, but never hurt Topuria. Just jabs, jab up top with a hook to the body. Maybe a spinning back kick to the body like he likes to throw, and like the one that he broke Gaethje's nose with at the end of the first or second round at UFC 300. Max is going to win the first round on volume and activity. Topuria is going to go out there, back him up to the fence, bing, bow, boom, up against the fence, KO, and I think he's going to KO him similar to how he did Volk, and I think it's going to be nasty. So that's my official prediction. Ilia Topuria, and still featherweight champion, via second round KO over Max Holloway. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who wins at UFC 308? Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. It really helps me out a lot. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, then become a channel member today for access to members only live streams, vlogs, and some other members perks. So click the link in the description down below or the join button on our channel homepage to become a member today. If you're interested in some non-MMA content from me, go check out my personal channel, Wyatt's World, and go check out my weekly comedy podcast, What's Up Bro, with Wyatt and Bo. Both of those are linked in the description down below. Go watch this suggested video, and we'll see you next time.